Hey guys, this is Jakob. I'm content manager and I'm helping small and medium enterprises with their content strategy. In my live show Content Mentorship, I'm speaking with consultants, business coaches from different industries to get the golden nuggets of your business in order to help also other people. That's my main focus, that I get the golden nuggets and I share it with you, with my community. That's basically what I'm doing. Today, I'm very excited to speak with John Hansen. John is a consultant and speaker. And his mission, I found this on LinkedIn, I did my research. His mission is to equip companies of all sizes to become heroes in every human interaction. So he wants to elevate your business to heroic success. So we are going to speak about this also, which is very, very exciting. The format of the show is I have always the 4 same questions that I'm asking and delivering the best also to the community. So first of all, thank you for your time, John, and welcome to the show.
Looking forward to our conversation, Jakob. Always enjoy speaking with you. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure. Thank you for your time. So before we jump into the 4 questions, can you shortly introduce yourself and also the business that you are in? So that would be helpful.
Sure. So we're based out of Columbus, Ohio. Our business is business consulting, and it's designed to work with businesses, 150 employees or less, to help them return back to the roots of why they started in the first place. Most businesses started because they had something of great quality that they wanted to provide, a product or a service, and they wanted to be bigger than themselves. They wanted to be for the benefit of them and their loved ones, for employees as their company grew, for the community at large, for their customers. And sometimes businesses get lost in the weeds and things get busy and they work harder and harder and harder than not seeing any results. And by returning back to their roots, to those heroic reasons of why they started, that higher purpose and that pursuit of excellence, we can help companies get back on track to where they're accomplishing more in less time. And that's what our goal here is at Accelerated Revenue.
Yeah. So you're basically identifying the purpose of the company. Is that right? Can you say this?
Kind of getting back to the why they started in the first place. Yeah, kind of getting back to that root of why did you start this business? And I don't think it was so that you could work 80 hours a week and not see the needle move on revenue, and your team is getting burned out and you're getting burned out. Like, that's not why you started. Let's get back to why you did.
Yeah. And what role does customer satisfaction play this in? Because this is something that we had also in one of our first conversations. So what role does customer satisfaction play within your business?
It's a huge role because it not only is about external customers, but about internal ones as well. Imagine if you lost some of your best team members, or if you lost some of your best vendors, the suppliers that you need to do your business. What if you lost 1, 2, 3, 5 of those? Imagine the impact on your business. So if you're not intentionally investing into the customer experience, both in within your company and outside to your paying customers, then your business could be in trouble, where you're going to be doing a whole lot of work trying to combat the loss of team members, the loss of clients. Where if you focus intentionally and invest time and resources into the customer experience, there is always a return for that. And it's often tied to that heroic reason of why you started in the first place.
Yeah. So this is also something that I learned from Jay Abraham, that so everybody wants new customer, but they forget that they already have a customer base and they don't focus on them and they don't follow up with them. And that's, I think, also a huge mistake that people make.
Yeah, I know. It costs 5 times as much to acquire a new customer when you already have customers that know, like, and trust you enough to do business with you, and some love you. You have this base of people that are happy to refer you. All you have to do is ask, that they're happy to do more business with you. Repeat and referral, that is the lifeblood of any business. And those only come from existing customers, not new ones. New ones can become that, but there's never a guarantee that new customers are going to be that. They could be a one and done. Whereas the ones that are already with you, that love you, that trust you, that put their business with you time and again, and are happy to refer you, those are the ones. Oftentimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease, the ones that are the issues and putting out fires. And instead of making sure that you're allocating time and resources to investing into deepening and strengthening those relationships with your paying customers that love you, they wouldn't think of going anywhere else.
Yeah, love it. Cool. So I think this gives a little bit context about you and your business. Can you describe the best way that you find out to create content for you for your business?
It's been a learning curve, Jakob. I figured out I've got a structure where every day there's a theme, but I'm also going to be adding video tutorials, just short 2-3 minute videos every day that will help these business owners with insights and ideas. That's going to be coming here within the next month or two. And that's going to be just a daily, simple video that's designed to help business owners with new ideas, fresh ideas that could help infuse life back into their business. So the content's kind of been one of those things that's developed over time of how can I best serve? This is what's really interesting, Jakob, and I've read this multiple times. Clarity attracts, confusion repels. And so I had to learn how do I get more clear about who my ideal clients are? Because 150 employees or less, that's still a ton of businesses. So I really had to start identifying within that company size, what are my verticals? What are the handful of industries that I'm going to focus on? Because if I say to someone, hey, I can help businesses 150 employees or less, that doesn't narrow it down enough for them. But if I say 150 employees or less in manufacturing, now that narrows it down enough where they might know some businesses or some business owners. So the more clear I got on who my ideal clients are, the better it helped direct my content.
Is your ideal client from the manufacturing, or was it just an example?
That's an example of one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've narrowed it down to just a handful of verticals of industries that we're going to be focusing on. So the more that I've said that's not a good fit for us, the better it's helped clarify what our content's going to be and who we're going to be targeting as we go out after prospects.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. You mentioned the videos. Is it a video where you speak directly into the camera, or is it a screen flow where people can see your screen, or what kind of video are you going to produce?
Yeah, the video will be just like this, me sitting and talking about certain points. I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding text underneath. Ideally, I'd like to, because a lot of people listen on mute. I do the same thing often. So I'll probably be adding subtitles so that people can read if they can't have it on, the volume on. So it'll be a mixture of this, of just sharing ideas with business owners, and then having those subtitles so they can read it as well.
Cool. So when it comes to, we already mentioned it, generating new clients is not always a good strategy to only focus on, but every business needs some customer acquire system. So is there something that worked for you, for your business very well in the past years? So is there a way that you always use or used in the past to generate new clients for your business?
Again, it's a mixture. Yeah, it's a recipe that's several different things we've done. So public speaking is one thing that gets me on stage in front of my target market. It adds credibility. So that's one way that we do it. Another is live conferences, whether we're speaking at it or not, having exhibition space. I did a poll on LinkedIn to the 24,000 plus connections. And what I learned was that business owners prefer to learn about new ideas at a conference so that they can be anonymous, learn as they like, without having the pressure of being sold. So conferences are another great way that we do it, but then it's a lot of outreach, phone calls, follow up with mailings, email drip campaigns if we have an email to work with. So it's a combination of a lot of things, because we know that as busy as executives and decision makers and business owners are, it's going to take multiple touches before we have an opportunity to present our ideas in person with them.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So what I learned through the COVID time, in the old days, you need 6 or 7 touch points, digital touch points, and through COVID, this number increased. So it is around 17 or 18, because people are, they are more careful where they invest their money, and they just say, okay, I want to do my research. The research time is longer, and they're taking the time to think about it. So this is something that always happens in a crisis situation. So it makes perfect sense to have multiple tactics that you follow up and speaking to people. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and there's just so much content out there, and there's so much that's being presented to people nowadays that a consistent message. You mentioned it, the one about doing their research. Oh yeah, decision makers love to have access to as much information that on their own. So the more that, and that's where content is helpful, that we've restructured our website, revamped that. We're going to be adding video to that. So there'll be cross links to our YouTube channel, to on our website. So these daily videos on LinkedIn, they'll be all cross tied, where if people want to do research, if they want to learn about who we are and what's important to us, they can hit LinkedIn, they can hit our YouTube channel, all different ways they can digest content in the way that they prefer. And that's a way that helps them do the follow-up, so that they're more likely to reach out to us. Because you're right, so many touch points, so much information available nowadays. Business owners and C-suite and decision makers, they want to do their due diligence first, often, before they'll reach out. And that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. Is there a marketing hack that you want to share with us? So the best marketing hack for your business that worked very well or exceptionally well compared with other strategies?
I think it really boils down to that, identifying who your ideal prospect is. It's not a hack it's a hack that I learned from reading Story Brand Marketing, Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. It was a great book that I read that gave all kinds of ideas on how do you get clear on who your prospects are, what's important to them, their story. So I will share this is a great hack. All of the popular movies, the ones that just sell out of the box office every single time, they have 7 elements. So I'm going to give you a cliff note from this book that's powerful, right? So if you want to copy what sells at the box office, the Avengers, they can put out 50 movies and people will go see them. Star Wars, I don't know what we're up to, 9, 10, people still go to see them. They all make money. Why is that? Because they have this consistent 7-point storyline. So number 1 is there's a character, which would be them, your prospect. They have a problem. And then they encounter someone who has a plan. The plan then has a specific call to action that leads to success and avoids failure. Those are the 7 key points in every storyline that is hugely successful at the box office. If you tailor your marketing approach to those 7 points, character with a problem meets a guide with a plan with a specific call to action that leads to success that avoids failure. If you can hit those 7 points. Now, Donald Miller does a much better job of describing this. So Building a Story Brand, the reason I'm looking that way is it's on my office shelf. Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, great book, and he'll flesh that out better. But if you can hit those 7 points in your marketing, then you're going to be following this heroic storyline that just sells every time at the box office and will help you engage better with your prospects, because you're first making it about them. The only time that you come into the story is that you're the one that has a plan with a specific call to action that wants to stir them beyond being comfortable where they are. They've got to change something. They've got to do something radical, feels radical, to get out of the rut they're in. Other than that, it's about them. And that's the picture you want to be painting for your prospects in your marketing.
Yeah, makes sense.
I know it seems common sense, but then when I looked at our website at first, it's like all about our solutions, all about what we've done and testimonials, and those are good. But if it's not all about them and about their challenges, then what's going to stir them to work with us to get out of their comfort zone and get into the area of success we want to take them?
Yeah, that's a huge mistake that I see every time, that we always market the solution.
Yes.
But I mean, it's the problem that you have to market.
Exactly. Your hair's on fire. Well, We sell the greatest fire extinguishers in the whole wide world. What do they care? They don't know their
Yeah.
hair's on fire. So you got to tell them your hair's on fire. I also have a fire extinguisher. That comes after the fact that you've identified your hair's on fire.
Yeah,
You don't identify that first. Why do they need it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the main point. Okay, that's really cool. I like it. I will add also the link to the book. Yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Great.
my last question: are you using AI tools for expanding your business? If yes, what exactly are you using? What kind of tools?
I did for reach out through LinkedIn, and then LinkedIn
Ah,
changed their rules where they said you could only connect to 100 a week, and I can do that manually. So there was a process that was AI, that was automated, that personalized the messages where I could reach out to and connect with people that were in that prospect category. But when LinkedIn changed I was able to do, I think, about 75 a day invitations to connect, because I thought we had a lot in common based on things that I was able to pull out of LinkedIn that they had in their profile. But after those rules changed, I didn't have need for that. So the AI is going to be probably more limited to like the drip campaigns, the email campaigns. Once it's set up in our CRM system, then that's going to be doing that automatic, just staying in touch, staying top of mind, sending out information, no pitches, not selling, just putting out information so that they know that we're there. That's probably going to be at this point, how we're going to be using automation to reach out to and stay connected with people.
great, really great. So the reason why I'm asking is because I think I am within the content marketing space, and I'm more and more becoming this content manager who is also using and also giving to his clients also the software that they need in order to automate things. Because if you want the competitive advantage until the year 2030, you need some AI tools,
Yes.
in my opinion, and they are becoming more and more. You mentioned the ads; there are already software solutions out there that write your copy for your Facebook ad or for your LinkedIn ad. So and this is just the beginning. So there will be much more in 2, 3, 4 years, and I want to be in the game. So therefore, I'm also asking this question. So thanks for sharing.
My pleasure. I get so excited sharing things that I've learned and that have worked well for us, because if it can help others, then that just makes my day. And it gets me fired up because it reminds me of stay on this track, John. You figured out some things. Don't get distracted by all the ideas out there. Stay focused. So it's good for me too.
Yeah, and you're doing it already in a very smart way. For example, you have this on LinkedIn where you speak about a book. I think a book, or where you write something, or
Yes.
somebody you mention somebody also. Hey, this person is doing this kind of service. So you already thinking in formats. This is something that not everybody is doing. So you're thinking about what format can I create for my own account. This is already, I think, advanced content planning and thinking.
Well, I'm grateful for you to say that. I just thought, how can I structure where every day there's a theme to it? And so Must Read Monday is where I share, I read about a book a week. And as I read the book, I take notes, and that helps it stick in my head. It also gives me notes I can refer back to of, did I take those action steps that I made notes to do? And I learn a ton by reading these books. So at Must Read Mondays, Tell Me Tuesdays, where I put out a poll, usually related to consumer behaviors, or how people like to learn, how people like to buy, customer experience, that sort of thing. I get great engagement with that. And in the middle of the week, I do Midweek Mention, where I share a business, usually local, someone that I connected with, where I want others to know about them. Thankful Thursdays is exactly that. What am I thankful for? And then Friday is Affirm a Friend Friday, where I highlight someone who I've known for some time, who does things with great quality, and I want to affirm them going into the weekend. I want to encourage them that they're doing things right, and others join in and affirm them as well. So I have this daily structure, and then I'm going to be adding the video content, and then we have a radio show, a weekly radio show that's going to be coming out in September about the heroic experience. So that's going to be another way that we can add value to business owners and entrepreneurs and people that are just looking for, how do you as a business get back to your roots of being heroic? Heroism is not just for Hollywood, it's absolutely for business. And the companies that can identify that and bring that out in their story for both their team members and their clients become like a magnet where they attract and they keep the team members and the clients they want.
Mhm. That's awesome. You should also do live shows, in my opinion. Video live shows like this.
I had considered doing that. That's something I'm going to be looking at in the future.
Okay.
The reason that I like this show is it's fully produced and it's produced to 30 minutes exactly. So business owners that only have so much time, or the commute is only so long, they know every time they tune in, it's going to be 30 minutes. So
Exactly.
that structure is really easy for people to fit into their day because they know it's going to be exactly 30 minutes every time.
Especially, it eliminates friction within your business. That's the main thing, because how often do I hear, I don't have the time to produce content? And if you go live, my friend, you have to go live. There's no other option.
Yeah, exactly. So I love the energy of live. I've done a few of those live streams or live summits, and to me, I feel like I have more accuracy and my mind works more clearly when it's live. Just like when I'm on stage in front of speaking to people, same idea, that energy
Right.
that's there. Yes, I do enjoy live, and that's definitely something that's going to be a future goal for us.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Would love to support. If you need help, just let me know.
will do.
Yeah. Okay, when people want more information about you, where should they go?
Best place to go is LinkedIn because there's all kinds of content there. The second best place would be our website, accrev.com. It's short for accelerated revenue. And that's exactly what we do. By helping companies return back to their heroic roots, we also will help improve their cash flow, improve their profitability, improve their customer and employee experience, and most of all, improve their life, give them work-life balance back again. And so those are the two best places to go. LinkedIn under my name, John D. Hansen, and our website, accrev.com.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. So, John, really a pleasure. Thank you for your time. I really enjoyed your answers. If there's somebody who would be a good fit for my show format, I would also love to get any introductions from you. If there's somebody who you think would be a good fit, maybe you can do the intros on LinkedIn. We are both active on LinkedIn, so would love to get any intros. Yeah,
I'd be happy to do that. I know I'm connected with some people I can refer your way and can do a warm intro that way. So absolutely, I'll get some sent your way.
That's cool. So thank you very much for your time.
Hey, I enjoyed our conversation. You know, it's a good conversation, Jakob, when the time just flies. It's 30 minutes. Boom, done like that. So it was a great conversation. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for your time. See you hopefully soon again.
Soon again. Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Bye.